All right, Jordan, you're shaking your head. Let me know what amused you so much.
Yeah, there's a lot I'd like to correct. First is the anti-Semitic conspiracy that was just espoused, that America always follows the Jewish lobby. What a bunch of, I mean, you fill in the blank there. The reality is the pro-Jewish community lobby in the United States can't even get federally passed legislation right now to codify the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism into law. And the United States in the past has at times actually spited Israel amidst a otherwise beautiful friendship. One must not forget the Suez War. One must not forget as well when Israel was a burgeoning nation and at its seedling founding did not provide Israel with weapons when it needed it most. I'm sorry, that was just the most bogus thing I've perhaps ever heard. I would argue that this war right now against Iran is something the world should ultimately be thanking Israel for. Israel is taking out nuclear capabilities and military capabilities of one of the largest state sponsors of terrorism in the world that has sponsored Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, Iraqi Shiite Islamist militias that have US blood on their hands. This is a war that the United States has a serious investment in because these terrorist groups are responsible for some of the largest terrorist attacks against US troops, whether it be Hezbollah and the Marine barracks in Beirut, whether it be Hamas on October 7th. This is definitely a war that America doesn't necessarily need to invest full throttle in, but definitely could help Israel in some operations, especially providing the necessary technology to take out the Fordo nuclear plant. The United States doesn't necessarily commit to wars when it engages in operations around the world. The United States conducts airstrikes in different parts of the Middle East. Iran is incredibly weak right now, and one must also not forget how Iran responded after the US took out Qasem Soleimani, the former head of the IRGC, with a few petty missiles that it sent towards a military base, ultimately giving one of America's allies notice in advance before it did it, allowing most of the American troops to get out of there before anything really happened. Iran is a cowardly country in terms of its regime, not its people. And the Iranian people also are largely in support of Israel's intervention. You can see videos of Iranians cheering as Israel takes out military establishment, institutions throughout Tehran or other parts of Iran. This is an effort that is needed not only by the world, but that is desperately wanted by many upon many Iranian people, and also many Arabs throughout the Middle East who have suffered the detriment of Shiite Islamist terrorism that has been backed by Iran since 1979 and onwards.
You're absolutely right, Jordan. I completely agree with you. Well, some breaking news coming in. The US military is deploying more fighter aircrafts to the Middle